Hello everyone, I am Amber Dusenberry coming to you from Mongolia, and I just want to welcome you to my course, Writing in Progress, Discover Your Voice Through the Process of Writing. I hope that during your time of reviewing my course, you're able to get a full view of what my students will be learning and the purpose and vision behind this course. So let's start with a short introduction. So to begin with my context, I am located in Mongolia, specifically in northern Mongolia, Darhan. I'm about 2 hours south of the Russian border and about 4 hours north of the capital city. So my context is a city. We're the second largest city in Darhan. I mean, not in Darhan, but in Mongolia. And but we are still considered a more rural area with about 74,000 people, probably a little bit more than that. I currently work at a high school, and it is a private high school with 10th and 11th grade students. The course I'm going to be telling you about today is specifically for my students who are currently 10th grade moving into 11th grade in the fall. This is a fun course because I get to follow my students, so I already have gotten to know them a little bit within my current school year, and I get to now take what I've learned from this year to curate a course that is specifically going to meet some of their needs in writing. So what is my curriculum? My curriculum is a competency-based course teaching writing skills. It is for 11th grade students at B1 proficiency level. It is focusing on 4 genres of writing that can be found in their textbook that they will be using next year that is required by my institution. It aims to develop writing skills for success on international exams and teach the process of writing and develop fluency. I do want it to be known that the primary focus of this course is to allow students to use the process of writing and get familiar with it. And the secondary, which is a less focus of my course, is the international exams and teaching them through timed not tasks, but timed exams and timed practices. My course will end with a final portfolio as the final product so that students can see their beginning point and their end point and physically see how they have progressed throughout the course. So why this writing course? Well, firstly, the students need it because they have limited writing practice. I do want to make it known that we have brought on some Filipino teachers, and currently my 10A group now has 3 instructors. I teach them writing specifically. Hangara works on more of the grammar and use of language without actually speaking, but more so the test-taking use of language. And then Jack is kind of he is kind of covering many skills within his course. But we've talked a lot about what our students need and areas that we see that they're excelling in, as well as areas that we think that they need a bit more practice in. So in the past, the students have not had a lot of writing practice until this year, so their academic writing and some of their technical needs are limited. The next, they feel insecure in their writing, and this is again due to their inexperience and not having a lot of formal instruction in writing. Next, they are preparing for timed international exams with limited practice. They don't understand how the exams work or what it even looks like to get things written. A lot of the times, students will freeze up and feel like they don't know what to write or how to write because they have such writing anxiety. They have been taught that accuracy is the most important thing over fluency, over just writing something. And so This writing course is aimed to help students to really get used to writing different genres, learning how to plan, learning how to brainstorm, and how to just do general structures, and help them to feel more prepared just in any type of writing if they're interested, but also on the international exams, to just get them used to like, oh, I always start with a introduction, I always have a body, and I always have a conclusion. And using like transitional phrases would be very helpful. This course is aimed to help them to feel more confident, or at least more capable in using these kinds of structures as they progress into the future in their academia. So how does this course specifically meet those needs? Well, it is designed to allow students to plan, draft, revise, analyze, redraft, and revise again. And we can repeat this as many times as I believe and they believe is necessary. This is aimed to help them to really work through those kinks, to identify areas that they are struggling in, and for me to not always explicitly say, hey, this is like what you need to say, but rather having one-on-one conversations with them so that they can discover and think, oh, what is a synonym for this? Or, hey, I did use the word and over and over and over again. And so it just helps them to kind of identify patterns in their writing and where they can improve, as well as where they are already doing really well. It gives them several opportunities, again, like I said, to interact with their own writing, but also with several different texts. The textbook is a required textbook, Focus 5 by Pearson, and the students have to use this, and I have to teach from this book. So that means that my goal is for the students to, one, look at the example text in the textbook, but I can also provide them with other texts that are of the same genre. This really allows them to see how this writing works and how they can incorporate specific linguistic features into their own writing. It shows them that progress is the goal, not perfection. My school is often focused on product, and in this class we are focused on the progress throughout the course. The goal isn't to have a perfect paper, and I've told them, and I plan to tell them in the future that I'm not even a perfect writer and I make mistakes. And learning how to recognize your mistakes and improve them is such a vital piece and such a vital skill for these teens to learn now, rather than having the one draft mindset and done. It gives them opportunities to practice timed exams and learn from them. At the end of each unit, the students will have an online timed exam through the Pearson platform, just to get them some more familiarity with taking online exams that are not where they can use the process approach where they can make mistake, redraft, but being able to take what they've learned from the unit and how to organize, how to plan, how to draft, and then just go in and do their very best. This will get them a real experience at seeing what it's like to take these exams and how they felt throughout it. It ends with a final portfolio that shows their starting and ending point. I want this to be a course where they feel encouraged, where they feel like writing isn't this really hard, scary thing, but this thing that we can grow from and enjoy as we go through this course.